That's Connor Williams, Georgia signee out of West Forsyth. Connor, man, I appreciate you doing this.
Yes, sir. I really appreciate it.
So you pitched Georgia Dugout Club. The velo you were told was up around 91. I know you've got the curveball, the change. But let's talk about mentality on the mound a little bit. How do you approach that, kind of making sure that you're in the right mental mindset when you take the mound?
No, I just really don't try to overthink it. I try to just in the strike zone and, trust all my pitches. Just try to really have my curveball working. So I knew that's something I can go to in any count. I just really try to get hitters out any way possible. I'm not scared of anything.
How do you approach failure? I know for some guys, they can kind of let it steamroll a little bit. Some guys can pitch with anger. Are you a guy that can do that, or do you kind of just have to say, you know what, it happened, and here's how I move on?
Failure is just part of the game. I've learned that all the way growing up. I'm just going to look at the best players in the game, and all of them fail sometimes. So I'm not going to hold myself to too high of a standard to where a little thing goes wrong, and then I'm going to stew onto it. I'm just going to try and clear my head and go back to the next pitch or next batter.
So let's rank the stuff. If you're looking at what you throw in terms of effectiveness and in terms of confidence with the pitch, what's that run for you?
I definitely got to go curveball at number one. I've been throwing that since I was probably 10, 11 years old, Then I'll go fastball, and then changeup is something I just developed this offseason, so it's probably my third pitch. But, I'm still getting a really good feel with it, so I think it's something I can get over to. When
you start to develop a pitch and work it in, at what point do you feel confident enough that I can? Because if you love the curveball and you feel like I can always use that effectively without the fastball, at what point do you be like, you know what? I got to try this changeup, and I got to roll with the changeup, kind of go with the highs and lows of it.
I'll be really working on it with lefties, and, so I'll just go off on the fastball, maybe go away. And then I'll go with a 1-2, maybe even a 2-1, 0-2 count. I'm going to go with it, but 3-2 counts is I'm not really there yet, but I'm still trying to get towards there.
Obviously, being a taller pitcher, the extension off the mound is ridiculous. Who did you kind of look up to when you were developing as a pitcher, and guys who were kind of that same mold as you?
Justin Verlander was probably my favorite pitcher growing up. I always watched his mechanics, and then my pitching coaches always just compared me and him. And so it's something I was always just hooked up to, and all his mechanics is something I just try to break down and try to play them.
Yeah, his mechanics are picturesque. Each time it's just exactly the same. So certainly there's that element of, repetition in that piece of it. How much do you kind of focus on that, where it's like, no matter what, if my mechanics are always looking at feeling the so I can always get out of trouble?
Mechanics for me, I just feel like if I repeat the same mechanics every single time, I'm always going to get what I want. So, if I just throw a fastball with the same mechanics, I try to recreate that feeling, send curveball on the changeup.
So let's talk about Georgia. You think about the guys in state that are going with you in this class. You got Bryce Clavon, you got Michael Molinax, Archer Sabam, all these guys who have been here in the Georgia Dugout Club tournament as well. Have you guys already kind of started building relationships with one another before you get to Athens?
Yes, so we got a group chat already. We talk all the time. And then, I played with two of the guys going there, Preston Bond, Charlie Foster. I played with them this summer. And, Coach Simpson and Coach Johnson have made it very clear that they want to get the best talent in Georgia, and they're doing that already.
Think about this high school season. What does the kind of picturesque season look like to you? Obviously, everyone wants to say state championship. Well, what is success for West Forsyth and you?
Well, last year was a rough season, so sugarcoating it. And then the seniors and us came in this year. We're like, we need to build relationships. We really need to buy in. So this year, our goal is just to make playoffs and then win regions, obviously picture perfect. And then obviously everyone wants to win state, but right now we're just focused on winning region.
All right, great stuff, man. Appreciate you doing that. I got to get that ball in your hand. I always love to see a pitcher and take us to your grip, so let's make that happen.
I will. So this is my fastball. I try to keep my fingers a little bit closer together so I can get right through it, and then so I get a little bit of ride upon it. And then my curveball is a double knuckle ring finger on the seam. I try to put a lot of pressure on my ring finger so I can get a 7 o'clock axis, come out, and then just try and get a drop off late so I can play right off my curveball. And then change up. I just learned this. Pressure on the middle of the middle finger, a little bit of a split grip, a little bit of pressure on the thumb, try to put the side of it on the bottom of the ball so it gets right off.
Connor, man, absolutely killed it. Appreciate it. Best of luck this year.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Make sure if you're not already, you follow LakePoint Sports on all our social media channels. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. You've got so much more happening here on campus.